And joining us this afternoon is one of our very own. I mean, he's a new face when it comes to the afternoon show. We have Jeremiah Boabing, entrepreneur, corporate trainer, and conference speaker, joining us right here on the afternoon show to have this conversation. Jeremiah, welcome. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think I haven't met you on the show in a while.
Yeah.
The last time I was here, I was just Godwin, and that time it was Helen.
Yeah, I've been MIA for some time, but I'm back. Okay. And today we're talking passion. I mean, being passionate about something and finding your passion and all of that. When we say being passionate about something, I mean, for people in their 20s.
Why are you? Place to start. No.
Why are you?
I think it's a perfect place to start. The 20s.
We sometimes get it wrong.
You are actually assuming that those in their 30s and 40s and 50s have found their passion. But there are people who, because of life, have been caught up in survival. Either they didn't find their passion early, or they knew their passion. But at the time when they knew their passion, it couldn't generate income. So they ended up doing something. And then sometimes the challenge with that kind of life is that you end up doing something to make money with the intention that one day I'll stop and go back to what I really want to do. And it's a rat race, and sometimes some people never get out of it. So I don't think that it's a matter of people being in their 20s. Everybody needs to hear this conversation if you are still alive. Everybody needs to hear about passion, finding your passion, finding your gifts.
But how do you find that passion? Knowing that I'm very passionate about this and this is what I want to pursue.
Well, so I'll say a number of things. The first I'll say is that you have to pay attention to the things that excite you, the things that get you going, the things that make you go crazy, the things that you are willing to do even without being paid. So that's the first thing that I'll say. But then sometimes, you see, you can be called to do something that you don't even recognize a passion or a gift for. God doesn't always call you to do things that you think you are capable of doing. This is my gift, this is my ability, this is my passion, this is what I want to do. Sometimes you may be there unaware of an interest area, unaware of a passion area, until it is brought to your attention that this is what you have to do. So everybody has to open up to finding the things that gets them excited, the thing that makes them happy, because when you build your life, your career, your ministry on that which excites you, you are more likely to succeed than to build your life or your career on something that doesn't really excite you.
Is that to suggest that whatever you do with passion is likely to succeed than without passion? And what role does passion play in success?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Because when you're excited about something, you are willing to invest a lot more of yourself in it. But then we can't also discuss success and ignore finance, ignore revenue, ignore the money you make from it. The reality is that some of the things that excite you might not pay you.
Exactly.
Especially in an economy or ecosystem like Ghana. Some of the things that excite you, that you love to spend your time doing, might not generate an income for you. So if you are talking about success, if you're talking about holistic success, then some things that you are passionate about may not bring you the money that you're looking for. That is why I recommend that everybody must have a composite of careers. So there are things that I do because I love it, not necessarily because it pays me. And then there are things that I do that it pays me.
Okay.
There are things that I do because my obligation to God and to the house of God. So we all must create a composite of careers that speak to the various needs of our lives, because I always say passion has not buy watching.
when it comes, Jerry, when it comes to overall fulfillment in anything, whether a career choice or career path, what percentage should passion have in there, and what percentage should satisfaction have in there, and what percentage should money, like you say, finances, because like you said, there are things you do that necessarily don't bring you money, but you are satisfied, you feel fulfilled. So when it comes to overall fulfillment, success, what percentage should be money and what percent should be?
It's not a straightforward question. What I would rather say is that in order to even define your career, your business, or your ministry, whatever you want to do with your life, there are 4 or 5 things. I will actually say 5. There are 5 things that must intersect. The first is passion, that which excites you. But God, in life, sometimes there are things that can excite you that you don't have ability for. Haven't you met anybody who says that I love music, I love music, and they say sing for me, they start sing for you, and then you run away. I mean, if you watch mentor auditions, there are people who come for mentor, they don't come and play. They are passionate about music, but they lack the second thing, talent. So your life, your career, your ministry, your business must be built on these 5 things. The first is passion, what you are excited about. The second is talent or ability, what you are able to do. Then again, market demand. Do people have a need for what you do? Are there people who have a problem that your passion, your talent is a solution to? Yeah. But it's not enough. I've come to see that in Ghana, people can have a demand for something and not have the ability to pay for it. So the next one is a revenue model. Will it generate money? What you're excited about, what you're gifted for, will it generate money? The final thing for me is the most critical, divine direction. Because as I've said already, there are things that you may be called to do, wired for, gifted for, that you must pursue in your life. That right now, no passion, no interest, no ability in your life is indicating that. There are a lot of examples of that in the Bible. People that God went to and said, I've called you to do this. And the person said, the person is surprised because nothing in their life, nothing in their history has indicated that they will become that kind of person. So I cannot speak to what percentage should be. But whatever you want to do with your life, it must be a mix of these 5 things. Passion, what you're excited about, talent, what you're able to do, market, what people want for their problems, revenue model, and God's direction. As part of that, I'll begin with the 5th one as the first. Because everything else in life is a suggestion. What I can do, I can write fiction. It doesn't necessarily mean that God wants me to write fiction. So everything else in life, my gift, my passions, or my interests, all of those things, they are suggestions. They might not give 100% guarantee about what I want to do until I've heard clearly from God. And it might offend some people that I'm talking a lot about God, but you see, the reality is that if you're discussing the subject of success, human development, we cannot ignore the spirit.
Yeah, true.
I'm looking at the word passion from the Merriam-Webster dictionary.
Okay.
Just to understand what we are discussing.
Okay.
And one of the definition for passion is suffering.
Wow. I agree.
I've never seen
this. I agree.
How does it come in?
It can be what annoys you. What makes you angry? What makes you sad?
Interesting.
Can be evidence of passion. So there's some people, when they see a baby crying, they feel sad.
Yeah, I like it.
So passion is not only about, quote unquote, the positive. It's only about when you are happy about something. I am frustrated by Ghana's lack of development. It is my passion. It annoys me, it frustrates me, it makes me sad. So passion is not only that which excites you, that will make you, which gets you go crazy. It can also be something that makes you sad, something that makes you angry, something that makes you disturbed. So that's telling you that you must be paying attention to this area.
Okay, well, let's veer into navigating career choices. I mean, you don't want us to put it in an age bracket, but how do we navigate, choosing the right career choices? Putting passion, should we add our passion to it,
yes,
or we should put passion aside?
Yeah, we should. So as I earlier mentioned, your passion is critical. That which excites you, annoys you, disturbs you, that the suffering, that which makes you suffer is important. That which you are gifted for is important. That which the market is looking for, the system is looking for, because you can have a gift that the market doesn't need. You must find something else the market will need, and that which will pay you, and that which God wants you to do. So all of these things are critical. But again, having grown over the last couple of years, I have come to understand a critical tool that many people don't pay attention to.
Okay.
That's discipline. Discipline. So you may have what you're passionate about, what you're talented for, but the reality of pursuing a career or discovering and making a career happen is that there are things you may need that you're not passionate for or gifted for, that you must learn. So in order to build my career can only be based on things that make me happy alone. There are things that you would have to learn to do. So for instance, if you don't like memorizing stuff, you can't be a good preacher. So you may have the passion for preaching, but if you don't want to memorize stuff, how are you going to memorize your scriptures? How are you going to memorize your sermon? If you are somebody who doesn't like to pay attention to detail, how are you going to be a good fashion designer? So, whilst you must choose your career, your business, whatever you want to do with your life based on these things, there are things you must recognize that you need that you don't have, that you may not be passionate about, that may not excite you, but you need, so you must learn it. And for all of us, it can be in various dimensions of our lives. For some of us, it may be in the area of skill. A skill you need to be good at what you want to do, but you don't currently have. It doesn't excite you. It may be mathematical, it may be accounting, it may be economics. You need it to be good at that which you want to do, but you don't have it. You must acquire it. It can be skill. Sometimes it can be attitude. Something about you that is detrimental to what you want to pursue. So if you've been called to children, for instance, if you've been called to children, then you'll also be called to their parents.
Indeed.
So even though the children are the target audience, their parents are there. So if you're somebody who is easily irritated by complaints of parents, you must deal with it. Because in order to serve the children, you must deal with your parents. So it can be attitude, it can also be character. What's the difference between attitude and character? So attitude is how I relate or respond to life or to things. Character is who I am, my morality. So whether I'm honest, whether I'm humble, so those issues. So I must recognize things within my person that I am struggling with, that I must deal with in order to become that which God has called me to become. So all of us must identify those things. There are things that you don't like. There are things that you don't enjoy. There are things that annoy you, but you need to master, because the vision that you're carrying for your life, you need it.
Wow. What do you call the thing? Because some of us are already pursuing what we believe God has called us to do. A lot of us out there. Some are still finding their feet.
I like the fact that you said some are still finding
their feet.
We're still finding.
We're still finding.
And even for those of us who believe that we are sure of what we are doing, in 10 years time, we'll find ourselves doing things that we didn't even imagine.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
We didn't imagine. So I always say that one of the disadvantages of our life is the advantage of believing that you know yourself and where you're going in life. Let me say that again. One of the disadvantages of our life is the advantage of believing that you know yourself and you know where you're going. Because you know what it does to you? When there are opportunities or assignments that you think are outside of the space that you think you are going, you don't take them. So you may be in school, there may be courses that you need to study, but you feel like, oh, this course is not very relevant to where I'm going, so you don't study.
Yeah.
But in 10, 15 years' time, you get to a point in life where you know that thing that you escaped, that you didn't learn in the studios of TV3, that thing that you didn't learn in the classroom, that thing that you were being taught by your mentor that you didn't pay attention, that you need it, but it's gone. So all of us need confidence, but all of us also need a bit of self-doubt. Be sure, but don't be sure. That's the paradox of life.
That's so profound.
Jeremiah, but in navigating careers, especially for young people, you end up battling your parents thinking they know what is good for you and what you think you need for yourself, what you think you really are passionate about, what your parents think that it will make your life better. How do you balance the two, especially for our young people?
This question is probably the most difficult question in the subject. In the 10, 15 years I've been teaching these things, this is the question that has been the most difficult, because many people are battling with parents who feel that I'm not paying your school fees, and I know better than you, and this is what you need to do. It's a very, very difficult situation. So I can make a few suggestions, and I'll call it suggestions with humility, because it might not work, but you have to try. The first is to you yourself, that's what you think you want to do, to become studious about it, to study it and understand it. Because many times there are people who say, I want to become a liaison executive, because the word sounds very nice, liaison executive, but they don't really know what it means. There are many people who say, I want to become an HR business partner, and they don't really know what it means to be an HR business partner. So that's what you believe you want to do. You must study it well, research it, understand the intricacies of that thing, so that you can give a good account of yourself when your parents are asking you that. And then you will be able to say something about it. Then again, it's a very important thing I must say, the money. You know, when I was coming up as a young speaker, in the days that John Maxwell did our head inside, we talked a lot about these things, passion, talent, and we made it look like looking for money is a bad thing. But now that I'm older and I have a wife and I've seen that, Charlie, money is important. Money is important. So if you decide to do something, you must explore and find out what is the economic potential in this thing. Because many times, the people who discourage us from doing what we want to do is because they really love us. The person loves you and doesn't want to see you struggle.
Yeah.
So you must also research and find out what's the economic potential in this thing. What's the financial viability in this path that I want to take? So that when you are asked a question, you can give an answer. You must want to go to somebody who has done what you want to do and have a conversation with them. I recommend at least 3 people because each person will have their own position based on their own experience. And the reality about life is that the fact that somebody has failed at something doesn't mean that when you do it, you fail at it. But the fact that somebody has also succeeded at something doesn't mean that when you do it, you will succeed at it. And there's a lot of things I can say about that, but that's not the subject of this conversation. So people need to find what will work for them.
All right, let's go over the phone now and speak with Doreen, who is in Kasoa. This is when you love somebody, you go and live in Kasoa. Hello, Doreen. Welcome to the show. Hello, Doreen. Can you hear me? Could you please mute your television and listen to me over the phone?
All right.
Thank you.
Hello.
What's your question, Doreen?
Thank you.
Doreen, please talk to me.
All right.
All right.
Hello.
Yes, Doreen, we can hear you. Could you go ahead with your question, please?
All right. Please, mine is, my mom wants me to be a...
Doreen, stop
Please,
listening to yourself and talk to me.
I'm asking a question.
Okay.
But my mom wants me to be a lawyer, but I'm not interested. I prefer to be a journalist.
Okay, Doreen. Thank you.
Okay.
You know what's funny? That was my next question for you. Because I find a lot of people coming into my DM saying, I want to be a journalist, I want to be a journalist, I want to be a journalist. And me, now that I'm here, no, I look at the profession. I look at the profession.
I know where you're going.
And I don't know what to tell them. So you use your life to...
inspire or to discourage the person.
Or let them pursue.
I will answer by saying these things. Careers are no longer categories. So for instance, I mean, I don't think she has a problem at all. She can be both.
A lawyer and a journalist.
She can be a lawyer and a journalist. And as a matter of fact, the journey to becoming a lawyer is a very long journey. You go and do an LLB, then go to Makola, and do 2 years professional course, then go and do pupillage. If you don't have somebody, a major financier behind you, backing you, you may not be able to finish this journey.
Yeah.
So you might probably benefit from starting life first as a journalist.
Yeah.
Practicing the journalism and making money from it. Then once you are practicing the journalism, you go to law school.
Making money as a journalist.
Oh, it is possible. It is very possible.
I understand you more than you think I know.
It is possible.
It is possible.
It's very possible.
Exactly.
Because you see,
Jerry, please hold on. Please hold on. Let's talk to our next caller and then we'll answer this. It is very possible. Hi, Priscilla. Where are you calling us from?
Okay, good afternoon.
Hi, Priscilla. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Please, my name is Priscilla and I'm calling from La Paz.
Okay.
My question is that I did journalism in school, right? But I don't feel like that work is going to help me anymore. So I want to go into catering. But then I'm wondering, how do I do it? Because I'm actually confused about it.
Okay. Priscilla, well understood. Thank you very much for calling us.
So my answer to Doreen was careers are no longer categories. My answer to Priscilla is that careers are no longer linear. So you don't have to feel that you went to school to study journalism, so you cannot become a caterer. Even if you studied animal husbandry, you can do anything you want to become. Of late, animals don't need husbands anymore. So you don't have to feel that I went to school to study A, so I must become an A. Careers are no longer linear.
True.
You can switch. You can jump. You can skip. The question is whether you are willing to pay the price to do that which you want to do.
Okay.
If you want to be a caterer, it's not too hard. You're a woman, so that's why you can cook. So can you go online and watch some videos? Can you do an online course on Udemy or Coursera to help you understand the theory of the practice, how you practice it. You know, interesting, you know, one of my businesses is a restaurant, and over the years, I've hired all kinds of people. And those who have gone to school to learn catering are not even as good as those who learned how to cook on the job.
Look at that.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
So you can switch. So careers are no longer linear. And then careers are no longer rigid. So, it's, you know, gone are the days when somebody goes to work in a company and they are an accountant, and for 30 years, they do accounting for the rest of their lives. So you can be doing something and in the middle switch. Nowadays, people can switch careers about 4 times in their whole lifetime, sometimes 5 times or 6 times.
A 24-hour economy, you can do this one.
Exactly.
Well, on that note, we have Yusuf, Sue on the line. Hello, Yusuf.
Hello.
Yes, welcome to the afternoon show.
Thank you, madam.
Kindly go ahead.
Yes, madam, my question is, I'm a teacher. Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
we are
go
listening.
Yes, I'm a teacher, but I want to change my career to be a soldier.
You are a teacher. You want to switch to become a trader.
A soldier.
A soldier.
A soldier. Yeah,
Okay.
a military man.
Okay.
How old are you?
How exactly? First question.
I'm 25 years.
25.
5.
Just,
Yes.
I don't know. I don't recall what the age. I
30
think,
something now.
yes.
Yeah.
You can switch. You see, you can switch. There's no limit.
Yeah.
Just that the barrier of entry is very high.
Very, very.
Getting into them, and I know somebody who has tried to get to the military like 5 times.
Senior 4 times here. Thank you very much.
Oh, you did?
Yes, please. Yeah, not ashamed to say that. Oh, yes. No, 3 times actually.
Okay.
Please.
So
Wow.
So it's as for the whether you can switch is there. You are young, you can switch, but whether the system will allow you to enter is another issue.
Yeah.
So, but I also know people who left Ghana, went to other countries and joined the army from there.
Yeah.
You see, the question is like, how badly do you want your dream? How badly do you want your dream? But you know, I don't recommend people living Ghana, so I don't recommend that.
You don't recommend that?
We must stay and transform this country.
Modest. But I
Thank
want to
you.
be a soldier. My country is not allowing me to be a soldier in my country.
And if I go outside and I can get the opportunity.
So now you listen to your heart. But for me,
You will not advise.
there's nothing that will be in this area that cannot be in Ghana.
That's true.
We are staying in Ghana and transforming Ghana. Or say Ghana.
Come on. Real pressure.
I mean, the people who want to jackpot. You get it.
That's the
We are all
answer.
saying that.
So in this case, what do you need? You've mentioned a number of things, but in the case of the people who called, who have said that, oh, I'm this, but I want to be this. You just say something. You said, how bad do you want?
Yes, how
so is that where
badly?
the passion comes
Yes, how
in?
badly do you want the dream? So, I run a couple of businesses, and then I've also started a ministry aside. I'm reinventing and transitioning to do Christian ministry. Now, how do I make time to run the businesses that I run and also do the ministry that I want to do? That means that the times that I would have used to watch football matches, I have to avoid some matches and invest time into reading my Bible. So, whatever you want to do, the question is, are you willing to pay the price for it? You may have to work several hours to achieve the dream and to switch.
Okay.
Is that another call on the line?
Yes, please. We have Elizabeth. Elizabeth, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon.
Where are you calling from?
Kwabenya.
Kwabenya. Peace. Go ahead.
Yes. Please, I wanted to say a very good afternoon to Mr. Jeremiah Parvin. I met him at a program in Tamale. That's the Youth Empowerment Summit, and he was
Oh, hello.
yes. So I really enjoyed his
Indeed.
speech and his on finance. Okay, so I'm still a student in the training college, aspiring to become a teacher. And even as young as I am, I'm still struggling with career choices. So there, at a point, I wanted to be a lawyer because my uncle is a lawyer. So I admire him when he wears the gown and the wig and stuff. And then at a point, I wanted to be a journalist because of Natalie Ford. I admired her anytime I watched her on TV. But then through some mentorship and guidances, I got a mentor to mentor me on the right path. And then I chose to become a teacher. So now I'm studying to become a teacher. So I think it's about the passion and knowing your strengths and everything, and getting the right mentorship. And yeah, I think that's just it.
Oh, wow.
Teacher Lizzie.
Yeah.
Her
That's
contribution draws my attention to something that I have noticed. I've noticed that many of us, our career choices are influenced by those we admire.
Yeah.
So when I look at my own journey, at the time when I was still exploring and trying to find myself, I wanted to pursue certain paths because of some people that I used to admire. So I admire Stephen Covey. So I wanted to study what Stephen Covey studied in school, organizational behavior. Then I admire Ishmael Yamsen. I wanted to go to school to do economics. So I think that for all of us young people out there trying to find ourselves, we must research the things we want to do because of those we admire.
Yeah.
Because now that I know myself, I know that I am not economics. I need economics knowledge to function well as an entrepreneur.
I like that.
But I am not economics. But so if I'd gone to do it then, I'd have really taken a wrong path because of somebody I admire. So beyond the admiration, do some research.
Okay.
And one of the best platforms you can use to do research is ChatGPT. Just ask ChatGPT questions. I want to become an economist. What does it mean to be an economist? What are the things that the economist does? What do I need to become an economist? Which courses should I study? What are the courses about? And ask it questions. Go online, do research, so that beyond the admiration for people, you understand what they are doing and really decide whether it's for you or it's not for you.
Right now, the free version no deal. The ChatGPT free version no deal.
Free version, are there free version?
So they use the free version.
Are there free version?
Interesting.
Well, we have
there's a paid version, but there's a free version as well.
Okay.
All right, we have a call on the line. Hello, Nana.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm well, and you?
I'm very well.
All right, welcome to the afternoon show.
First of all, permit me to say that the gentleman sitting there, I'm getting a lot of bashing that I look so much like you. People are sending me your pictures.
Nice.
Anyway, all right. So on to the matter. I love this conversation. I don't know if you can tell from my voice that I'm not young. I'm 45.
Ooh.
Wow.
30 or 45?
Now,
45.
Permit me to just say something small. When I was young, as young as 8 years, I wanted to be a footballer. In my days, parents will disown you if you want to be a footballer. Because it's the dirty sport, it's the one that you go out and when you come back home, you're dirty and your parents will beat you in addition. So, Charlie, you don't go out to play football. Right. So I was pushed into education. I went through the system. I finished my university. I worked in corporate for 12 years.
Wow.
Guess what? I'm back to doing football.
Wow. As what?
I'm now managing a football team.
Look at
Oh,
that.
great.
Look at that.
Great.
A football team of under 13s. Because I observed that children are still going through this same thing where parents are stopping them from doing what they want to do. So what did I do differently? Every Friday evening when these children are coming for training, I ask them to come with their homework so that I will inspect that you are doing your school bit
God bless
as
you.
well as long as
God bless you.
outside playing football. So this thing about passion and how it can, lead you to career choice and success is a very important conversation that we need to have on a national level.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Because many people are ending up in mundane jobs. Because so let's have this conversation on a national level. In the schools, the school curriculum is too strict. We should have some of these things as courses in the schools so that the kids will learn from that tender age what passion is and what strengths are and what choices to make. So this is the little contribution that I wanted to make. And by the way, I started a football team in 2019. I quit my job and started a football team in 2019.
Look at that.
Drum roll, guys.
No, we are giving it to you. We are giving it to you. Too much. It's a beautiful story.
I applied to New York University to do sports business. New York University accepts 20%. The acceptance rate is 20%. I've been admitted into New York University to do sports business.
We need to have you in the studio to have a conversation with you. Hold on, my producer will take your number. We'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll talk. Thank you very much for sharing your story.
Yeah.
All right.
Brilliant.
Enjoy the rest of the day, guys.
You too.
And he made a very strong point about the importance of our education being aligned with gifts and strengths. It's something I've been developing some concepts on. That education doesn't give credence to people's abilities and their gifts.
Yes.
It's more like science.
Yes.
Science. Like we only pay attention to people's ability to pour back information. We don't pay attention to people's interests, gifts, and abilities. That is one. And then two, these things, they are in our education system. After before, they used to be in citizenship education, interest, passion, talent. But you know the problem? In our country, when we teach things in school, we don't teach them as principles to live your life by. We teach them as information to and point exams.
Exactly.
So we are teaching the young people talent, passion, gifts, and all of those things. But we're asking them to memorize how to define passion, memorize how to define talent, instead of actually helping them making it a practical conversation and activity that will help them find out their passions and their gifts.
Look, Jerry, very passionate about what you're saying. And if we start right now, we are not going to finish. Some professions have lifespans. So, like being a footballer is one of them, especially athletes.
Yeah.
Their careers, are shortcut at a certain age. That aside, does personality play a role in career choice?
Yes, it does.
There are people, and I can tell you for a fact, there are people, because of their personality traits and type, it's very difficult for them to do certain things like sales, like market. Like you said, you didn't have any economical bone in you, but you like the idea of it. So do you choose, when your child is choosing a career path, do you also consider their personality and say, you won't succeed in this place you're going to because you're not that kind of person? We don't consider that, do we?
My answer is yes and no. So, yes, personality traits are like gifts and talent. They are things that you naturally receive. So naturally, people should choose career paths that align with their personality traits. That's a natural sense. However, we don't discover our personalities so that we fall to its power. We discover our personality so that we can develop it. So if I have a temperament, that naturally makes me domineering and bossy. I must reinvent myself and become better, become friendly, become a people person.
What's wrong with that?
So because eventually you can't get people to work with you.
Right.
Well,
so everybody must find out their personality, but also know that there are parts of you that need refinement, improvement. You are a work in progress. So if you are somebody who doesn't like people and you are withdrawn and reserved, you can learn how to work more to people, can learn how to be friendly. It's learnable. So yes, whilst there's personality that influences career choices, people can also learn how to develop their personality. So about 10, 15 years ago, if I did a temperament test, I would have been choleric sanguine. But now I'm choleric melancholic sanguine.
You have changed.
Yes, because I've learned how to be detailed and organized. Yes.
All right, we have a call on the line. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, welcome to the afternoon show.
Okay, so this is Francis. I'm actually calling from Kaswa.
Okay.
Kaswa for you, I'm Francis.
So it's all about this career issue. Growing up as a kid, way back, I wanted to be a footballer. At a point, my dad was not in support, so I had to focus on my school. Way back to after GHS, I decided to do computers. I began to have interest in computing, which I have to offer science. I got a school all right to go and offer the science. My dad told me, you not allow me to. So they sent me to a community-based school, which I have to go into business, which I'm not interested in. Managed, completed, fast. Looking at the results, I just went to clinical engineering. Complete 2016. Just from there to somewhere 2022. And it again. The way the teaching for the day structured, the curriculum, everything, sorry to say this, it is giving the Ghanaian staff nothing. They are only doing reading and writing and speaking of English in advanced level. And way back to curriculum of things, everything is salary very poor. So I just decided to stop the teaching. As I'm speaking to you now, I do believe this is
okay.
And that's what I'm surviving on for now. Still looking for what to do with my life.
Okay.
All right. We can hardly. I think I got some parts about his father not being in support of it, and I don't know what he says he's currently doing.
He said he's doing deliveries with motorbikes.
Okay.
But he wanted to be a footballer.
Yeah.
And he spoke a bit about the educational system as well, the curriculum or something like that.
So I mean, those who know me know that I'm a big critic of our education system. However, I also feel that when we focus too much on the system, we disempower ourselves. All of us can take our destiny into our own hands. all of us can do for ourselves what the system cannot do for you. So read books, watch videos, watch documentaries, attend seminars, attend conferences, so that which is missing in the formal classroom can be acquired informally or semi-formally.
Do you think the biggest problem we have, or the difference between the people who achieve career success and those who still are trying to find their feet and looking for whatever it is discipline?
Well, yes and no.
Your answer is
50-50.
You see, because you see, no one factor can guarantee success in life. No one factor. It's possible to actually work hard and not get results. It's actually to be disciplined and not be great. It's very possible. So I can't point to one particular factor.
It's the first time I'm hearing someone say that. And people say it's contestable, that you can actually be disciplined and not be great.
Yes.
The first time.
You can work hard and not get results. In the book of Luke, Peter was fishing. And he had fished all night. And just Christ told him to cast the fish. He said, Lord, I have fished all night. Peter was an experienced fisherman. He was an expert fisherman. He had worked that. He still didn't get results.
So is it about working smart?
So it's a number of factors, but also grace is also important. Getting divine backing is also important. If you don't teach these things, then people will believe. I think that our generation, we have exalted human responsibility and efforts that we have ignored God's power.
Preach
And
on.
I have been a motivational speaker all my life, and I've taught these things over and over again. But now I know better. That teaching only on human effort is incomplete. A person can work hard, find their gift, become an expert, and not be great. So it's important for a person to be aligned with divine power to be successful.
But Jeremiah, you know, another issue also has to do with the fact that we have a lot of people coming out of schools lately, and the job market is choked. Even if you want to do something on your own, be an entrepreneur and all of that, even to get the financial backing is difficult. So in our current space, how do we manage it? How do you, even when you have the passion for it, and maybe you have something small, you want to start something, or you want to be in the job market, whatever you want to do, how do you go about it? Because the system alone is not helping.
I've seen the number of lawyers who came out.
And you get it, and I'm wondering, how are they going to get law firms? Exactly.
A number of issues. The primary one, be good at what you do. I don't get too bothered about many people doing what I'm doing. There are many footballers, but some stand out. So that's what you say you want to do. Master it well.
Beautiful.
Learn it well. Understand it. Be a good student of it and really master it. That's the primary factor for competition. If there's competition in a space, whether it's in job seeking or entrepreneurship, you can beat that by becoming good at what you do. Again, build relationships. You know, there are people who say things like, now Ghana has become who we know and all of those things. It's not a Ghana thing only.
It's everywhere.
It's a global thing. It's a global thing. One day, in the office of a CEO called Saul, there was a problem. And they needed a solution for that problem. And somebody says that, I know somebody called David.
Oh, please.
And he can do the work. Was that not who you know?
It's true. Recommendation.
Yes. So, even in heaven, you must know somebody before you go there.
Jesus, I mean.
So,
that's a good one.
Don't just live life and keep to yourself. You close from church, carry your Bible, you go home. You don't know anybody. The person on your left, he didn't say hello. The person on didn't say hello. You need.
Stable.
I mean, let me tell the story how I'm here on your set. I've been on set several times this year, haven't I?
You have.
Do you know how I got here?
How?
Tell us.
A producer who knew me recommended me to a producer at Kwese TV. No, at Viasat 1.
Back then.
Then the producer at Viasat 1 recommended me to a producer at Kwese TV, who became the producer at TV3. That is why I'm here.
Since.
I'm not here just because I'm good. I'm here because somebody recommended me. So it's not enough to be skilled. It's not enough to be excellent. You must be deliberate about building relationships. Don't become the kind of person who only calls people when you need something. Check up on people. Build a relationship with people. Send a WhatsApp. Send a message on their birthdays. You are building social capital to succeed in life.
No social something anything.
You need it.
Text me, doesn't call me.
You need it.
What will you do for me?
Because sometimes you see your colleague MCs of big events. It's not just God who has blessed there. Somebody that she was paying attention to has given her an opportunity.
There you go. There you go.
So now I have to network more. When I go to church and we close, I'm shaking everybody's hand. You get it? It's very important.
Anyways, do we have a caller?
We don't, but of course, I've been streaming on Facebook. Let's see if we have some messages when it comes to especially question of the day. I saw some pretty interesting ones. Let me see if I can grab them. And so, well, this one from Generous Man says, if he has the opportunity of switching
careers.
Yeah, exchanging careers. Well, Generous Man says he'll become a politician because they tell lies than lawyers and gets rich faster. And so he was...
A lot of people are really saying
they think that being a politician,
it's a quicker way to...
Unfortunately, it is true. Unfortunately, it is true. But you want to live your life doing what you are not excited about just because of money. Are you not concerned about integrity? Are you not concerned about ethics? Are you not concerned about making a difference in the lives of people? Those things will feature on your mind more than just your personal gain.
Okay. Well, this one from Prince Ose says, whether you switch or not, no vacancy. There's no vacancy anywhere. Adam Bako says, software engineer. Okay, you can tell us what you're doing and even what you're switching to. I have a lot more right here. Let me get right into it. We have the post on Facebook, by the way, and so you can just drop your comments on it. Well, this one says, Trudy says she's switching into banking. Okay, Claire says IT engineer. Rosina Ohinewa says back to school. You're switching back to school. Okay, Real Timer says the presidency. I think we'll end on this particular note because where you guys are taking me.
And they're starting 10 presidency, they're starting 10. Compare party card.
Anyways, so Jerry, it's always insightful talking to you. Very, very educated.
Thank you.
So much to talk about. I think you've been here. We've even spoken about this last thing you mentioned. Networking, socializing. It's still tough. But I'm doing better, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
I reached out recently.
He said hello to me a few days ago, man.
Wow.
I had to because I'm like, if I don't text Jerry, you know he's on the show again. And I don't check up. So we've learned a lot from
It's a critical tool. We all need
it. Thank you. Yeah, we are emceeing something together this weekend. It's recommendation. But anyways.
Wow. Right? Who recommended who?
Speaking of we are giving away vouchers today, guys. We're giving 3 vouchers out to you. So we're gonna put up our Zoom link shortly. Just join, answer a simple question, and get a free voucher from us to you. Also, you can win 500 Ghana cedis on the show. *439#, *439#. Dial it right now to win that money. We just finished our conversation with Jeremy Boabeng. You said you're not putting your phone number out again because why it's on the show, then you start getting the calls and bombarding you. But on social media, where can they find you?
Yeah. I'm on Facebook, Jeremiah Boabeng on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn. So follow me. Let's talk.
That's
right. Okay. Well, this is still the afternoon show. We'll be coming